Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Exeed. My name is Dr. Stein Heckroodt, and I'm the Dean here at Westford School of Management in the UAE. What is Exeed all about? Exeed is a company, the corporate training division of Westford School of Management. Exeed is an institution that will help your organization exceed, that will help individuals in your organization to exceed. How do we do this? How did Exeed come about? What's the big difference? What's the big drive in Exeed? Well, it's a combination of academic rigor and learning from practice. Exeed sort of stands with it one foot in the academia and with the other foot in practice. If we look at the business environment today, we talk about a so-called VUCA world. And the academia will tell you that VUCA stands for a world that is volatile, that is uncertain, that is complex, that is ambiguous. But that sounds all doom and gloom. That sounds all theory. That sounds like something that needs to be analyzed. How does Exeed look at the business world? Well, we'll take exactly the same acronym, but we look at it differently. We don't just see the world as volatile, but we also see it as vibrant. We don't just see the world as uncertain, but we also see it as unreal. Success comes from the unreasonable man. Small companies building giant-sized organizations overnight because of technology in this information era. Unreal what we can achieve in organizations. It's not just complex, it's crazy what we can achieve. Through a YouTube, through followers, through tweets, youngsters, teenagers can achieve what a lot of large organizations had to wait for decades before they can achieve. And yes, it's not just ambiguous, it is also astounding what we can achieve in terms of levels of success, in terms of growth. That is how Exeed looks at the business environment. Not just academic, not just all doom and gloom, but we look at the environment and we look at the vibrancy of the environment. It's unreal, it is crazy, and it is astounding. Based on this approach to the environment, we have crafted corporate education programs. We customize, we come into your organization and build training and development programs based on your needs, based on your realities. But you know what? You shouldn't just be listening to me. You shouldn't be asking me about Exeed and about how good we are and how different we are. You shouldn't even ask my colleagues, because we'll all tell you the same thing. How successful we are. How organizations that we have worked with are finding benefit from what we have presented to them. Don't ask us. Ask our clients. Look at the testimonials in front of you. These are people, individuals, companies that has had the opportunity to experience Exeed, to experience our customized programs, to experience the programs whereby we bring practice into the training room, whereby we equip individuals to go back into the workplace and apply the learning where the learning actually takes place. Already here in the UAE, we have been chosen as the official trainer for Emirates NBD. We have done training for DP World. We have done development work for Modern Bakery, working with their sales team, focusing specific on the needs for sales representatives. What's the needs? What are the interpersonal needs that they have in terms of skills that needs to be developed? So a wide variety of organizations. Through our academic arm, Westford, we have a learning management system that gives us a global reach We have delivered our programs in supply chain, in human resource, in sales, in strategy. We have delivered that to a variety of industries: construction, oil and gas, tourism, health and safety, medical, retail, a vast array of industries. But when it comes to Exeed, how exactly does it work? Well, we come into the organization, we look at your skills needs, we identify the gaps, and we then offer programs on a new management development level, for which on completion you also acquire 10 credits that's awarded by Pearson Education. We offer middle management development program and also senior management development program based on the specific needs in the organization, and ultimately we offer a executive development program. All of this allows you, the individual in the organization, to accumulate credits towards an extended diploma, which requires 120 credits, and ultimately towards the achievement of a master's in business administration, for which you require 180 credits. So yes, we customize, we build and design on the basis of your specific need, but we also give you those credits towards your personal development. Each of these levels has got a different target audience. Obviously, the audience for new management development will be different from executive, which again plays into the customization. What is required on each specific level? What are the skills and qualities that's required when I'm a senior manager as opposed to when I'm a middle manager? What specific development area do we need to look at as individuals progress through the organization, from managing themselves to managing others, managing teams, departments, companies, large organizations, groups of companies? What are the specific development areas on each one of those different levels? And how can we craft and design based on your specific needs in the organization? And finally, we would put together a program based on learning themes. Themes like leadership, as an example. What are the leadership pipelines of progression that managers need to go through, that managers need to develop into as they move into the organization, as they move up in the organization? Now, of course, for this, we have 5 very specific pillars in Exeed. 5 very specific pillars that carries Exeed. First and foremost, yes, we offer executive education. Very specifically for the executive, whether that is in strategy, whether it's strategic thinking or strategic planning, whether it is in scenario planning, executive development is very important. We base this on academic rigor as well. Yes, we bring practice into the room, and yes, we build curriculum on the basis of practice, but all of this has got a sound academic researched foundation. Research foundation from which we draw and from which we tap. Another pillar, the third pillar, would be the expertise that we have in our faculty. Hardly any of our faculty are just local. Our faculty members come from a wide spectrum of industry, where they stand with one foot in the practice and the others in the academics, bringing to the classroom real experience and real expertise. Another pillar would be our learning management system that enables us to offer blended learning to organizations. There might be organizations that cannot afford to send their people away for training for days at an end. Through the learner management system, you have the opportunity to provide to your staff members the opportunity to learn in their own time, to work through programs in their own time, and get together from time to time for an interactive session. That's another one of the 5 pillars that we have. And finally, we drive quality. Quality comes first when we talk about Exeed. Now, of course, we have a business landscape, ladies and gentlemen. We have a business landscape that for many years we were taught is fairly stable, is peaceful and calm, almost like the landscape you are looking at right now. Through the work of academia, through the work of business schools, we have been provided mental hierarchies. We have been provided conceptual scanning frameworks for management and leadership, which by and large are based on analytical thought paradigms. So we would look at an environment and we would segment and categorize such an environment. And for this, there's a wide variety of tools that we have been presented with over the decades. A tool like PESTEL, for instance, looking at political factors, environmental factors, social factors, technology, economy, legal factors. But at the same time, we also know that the environment doesn't look like that anymore, because it ain't stable no more. It is not peaceful and quiet. As a matter of fact, it's hugely disrupted. It's random. It's unpredictable. It changes all the time, which begs the question, how can I still use frameworks that is made for a stable environment? Here at Exeed, we move away from those frameworks and we give you fresh frameworks to manage the environment as it is today, not frameworks that date back to the late 1970s and the early 1980s, where they were crafted and developed at institutions, international institutions in the Americas of the world, in the United Kingdom. No, we give you conceptual scanning frameworks, ladies and gentlemen. We give you management and leadership frameworks for this environment, the local environment. So we bury the frameworks that are no longer applicable, appropriate, significant and relevant enough. We bury those. And we give you what you need to manage your organization amidst this environment that, yes, is volatile but also vibrant, is uncertain but also unreal, is complex but also crazy, is ambiguous but also astounding. And in this we give birth to a tree, a growth in your organization, which will help you to exceed. This is Exeed's tree. This symbolizes the growth of management and leadership in this day and age. We have a variety of branches that we like to talk about when it comes to our tree. First, we are global. We are not just a local business school. We are not just focusing on the local market. We have global customers and we have global expertise. The kind of training and development that we offer, another branch, is that it is world-class by nature. A wide array of faculty, expertise that we have. We are certainly, from a business school concept, very, very unique here in the UAE. Because we offer all of this international expertise, but we offer it here locally. The case studies that we work with doesn't talk about Jones and Smith. It rather talks about Ahmed and Muhammad. Localized content for the local population, for the local workforce, for the UAE. This makes us different. We are different from other institutions. We are the first institution that's based in the UAE that offers this kind of a customization, which is another branch on this tree. Customized according to your wants, your needs, your specific skills requirements, the gaps that you have between the strategy that you want to achieve and the skills you need to achieve that strategy. Customized, very specific, leveled throughout the organization. We follow up as we present and as we deliver these training programs in your organizations. We have feedback loops whereby you get the opportunity to measure the performance and the improvement in the performance of the participants. That, ladies and gentlemen, is Exeed. I want to invite you, I want to welcome you, I want to ask you to give us a call, to make contact, and let us come into your organization and help you with your needs. Exeed, a company that will help your organization to exceed.